So we are here today with Jay Spicer from the fair, the Martin County Fair. So Jay's just going to talk a little bit, and I'm going to let Jay do all the talking because it's going to be a short video. So we're going to talk a little bit about what I think is very obvious, why the fair needs to move. I know for me, I can't get down A1A for 10 days when the fair's going on.
That's right.
So Jay, that's pretty obvious, but where are you going to go? I think most people know Citrus, but where, why, what is your vision for the new and improved fair?
All right. I don't know if you can see this picture.
Yes.
But in 1961, you can see there's plenty of room for the fair. In 2021, not so much. So this is 9-acre campus, and the county has a 107-acre campus out on Citrus that we're going to move to, which will be super beneficial and allow us to do a lot more traditional fair activities like the rodeo and tractor pull, truck pull, and things like that. The property allows us to have what my favorite part is the Florida Cracker Village and a working farm. So there's all kind of museum things. We're working with the Elliott Museum to bring in all kind of exhibits. We have a working blacksmith shop already, and it'll have all kind of horticulture and growing and community gardens and things for folks out there that want to participate that don't have room in their condos.
Really neat.
We've attached to no less than 7 nonprofits that have disabled kids, disadvantaged kids, and so forth to come work programs at the fair. I'm not a program guy, I'm a facilities guy. So we're working to build facilities that allow the kids to come do their thing. The property is just east of the Indiantown Airport on Citrus Boulevard. So if you're at the intersection of 714 in Palm City, it is 12 minutes. If you're coming off the turnpike, it's 15 minutes. If you're coming off 95 in Palm City, it's 15 minutes. If you're coming off the 95 at Canner Highway, it's 15 minutes. If you're coming off 95 at Jupiter at Indiantown Road, it's 15 minutes.
So it's not way out there.
No, in fact, we're here in the fair office right now here on Dixie Highway, and I guarantee you that if Darlene and I both left here together, I would be at the new site before she got to Bed Bath & Beyond in Jensen Beach.
Wow.
So that's here. If you hear the noise rumbling overhead, that's the F-16s practicing for the air show.
For the air show,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I don't know if we're going to get through it.
Are you sure they're not coming through the building? So.
But the fair is many programs. It's youth focused. We give out last year close to $300,000 of our money to the youth of Martin County through scholarships and the livestock auction and other programs we have here. And we hope to continue and even raise those figures as we move forward because it'll more room for more people. The economic impact of the park, because even though the county, they realize that we only pay them $1 a year, the park itself will generate events that come from all over the state and the southeast to come use our facilities the way we design them, which will bring much needed economic impact to the town of Indiantown for sure, because anybody coming out there is going to need gas. There'll be people who need to spend the night. They're going to eat and do whatever else they got to get. And other businesses around the Palm City area, the tire stores and places for these people that are traveling through our RV center and everything else that's coming in, it's going to have a huge impact on our local economy here. So that's a good thing. The programs for the public and our taxpayers, remember, we're a nonprofit, we're 501c3, and we're not a business per se, we're not a profit business, so everything out here will be affordable. For example, our archery center, the only one south of Gainesville. It'll be operated kind of like a bowling alley. You just come take a lane for a couple of bucks and go out, bring your kid, and let's talk about archery. We'll have competitions on sometimes. We'll have big area. There's an Olympic size archery range going in. Same thing with the Soapbox Derby Park. People from all over the country will be coming to practice and to race on Hurricane Hill, which is our Soapbox Derby Park. The Expo Center, if we can get that up and running, that houses regional high school sports. So if your kid plays in a competitive volleyball league or wrestling or basketball, we can host 16 courts at a time and bring kids from all over the region. So instead of going to Daytona, you can come to Martin County. Everything's out west, so it's not clogging up the traffic on US 1, which would be a big bonus for folks here. And that's kind of exciting.
Well, this sounds like a win for Indiantown, a win for Martin County, a win. I mean, it's so. When is this going to happen?
So the plan, because we're moving at the speed of government at the moment,
Yeah.
it's been 4 long years. It's been almost 3 years. Well, there it is. We don't have our lease signed yet with the county. If you can believe that. Most of you can believe that. But the plan is to have this year's fair here for the very last time, and in March sign the lease and get to work. So we have almost a full year to get the dirt settled, so I don't have a Ferris wheel tip over and loose gravel out
Oof.
there for 2021.
Yeah. Don't even
So
mention that.
that's the deal.
Yeah.
We are having some holdups at the moment. There's been a late challenge to the comp plan amendment from the town of Jupiter Island. We had an issue with water and sewer and kind of a little squabble about who's going to provide those services, whether it's the Indiantown Services Utility or the SMRU, which claims to have the rights to the utility development in that whole area.
SMRU.
South Martin Regional Utility.
Okay, and that is the regional utility that is owned by the town of Jupiter Island. Is
That's
that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so they're way down there in Hobe Sound, and we're talking Citrus Boulevard, so they own the rights to all the way out there.
They do. It happened years and years ago, I understand, and I don't know all the details. And I can only guess that they did that because they have no intentions of running sewer lines all the way out to Indiantown, which would be the biggest inhibitor of any kind of a growth opportunity.
Oh, I see.
See, but so Indiantown Utilities and SMRU have worked out a deal. I don't know the details of that deal. All I know is Indiantown will now be providing services, which is great. And but there's still a comp plan amendment challenge that we're working through, and they've had some meetings about it. And on November 12th, the Board of County Commissioners will be having it in their hearing. They'll be talking about it. And November 15th, the Town of Jupiter Island Council will be talking about it. So I hope that we have a resolution that is all worked out by then, because if this drags on in a legal debate past February, then the fair will be done, because we won't have any place to go.
And when you mean done, does that mean that not only will the Citrus Boulevard move be not happening, but also you will lose the area here on A1A?
Yes, that's the terms of the lease. Is once we sign the lease here, we are evacuating. We have to get out immediately.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's the end of the fair in Martin County, period.
Well, the idea is to go ahead and sign that lease and evacuate here
Yeah.
and take up residence out there. But if
Right.
that project gets held up, I have nowhere to go.
Right.
And so I can't sign the lease. And the longer that takes, and if we miss the 2021 fair, that never works out well for a county fair if you skip.
Yeah.
They have to be
Oh,
consecutive,
of
or
course.
people start wondering where the fair is. They're going to fair
well,
next year.
and
Did the fair
yeah,
die? What's going on with the fair?
You know, you can't count on it, and yeah.
It takes 5 years to recuperate from a skip.
5 years.
Yeah, and this fair is not big enough to generate revenue to take 5 years to catch back.
Sure, of course.
So,
Well, Jay, again, moving it out to Citrus, at least in my humble opinion, sounds like a win-win for everybody. So let's hope everything works out for you.
certainly does.
Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Have a fair day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.